Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful morning outside, as you may have seen, and it is the start of a work week, Monday, the 26th of August. So, hi to everyone who has joined me here. And to those who are on Instagram, my goodness, good morning to you, James. It's the first time I've seen any of the Instagram comments coming up on my screen here, so that's a newbie. um, Things progress in technology world, don't they? Right, I'm Boundy, psychic medium, bringing the daily Lenormand card spread reading. So we're going to go over to the cards, join in with your spirit guides and whatever your intuition is telling you as we have a look at what the cards might have to guide us with today. Okay, now here we have, it is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck from Ciro Marchetti, and beautiful artwork. I am using the expanded edition, and as you can see, the artwork is gorgeous. Now, what we've got, the way I do these spreads, it is the center card with the stork is the overall energies of the day for, the overarching umbrella, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, it's the central one. It's why it's in the center, why I read it this way. It is central to the day. So storks there. We've got the home space here, which is occupied by the tower. Interesting. And here we have the workspace that's occupied by the ship. A very nice combination here. And what we have is the Our card that I do read as the first card. There are two things we should give our children. One is roots and the other is wings. So it's bringing together that is a lineage in some respect, but that sense of security as well for what our future generations are going to be holding together. Now, here we go. We'll zoom into the cards. And I do see a good morning there from you, Narelle. Good morning. It's raining in Melbourne. Oh, wow. We had rainy-ish day yesterday, and it's looking like there could be some rain clouds coming here as well. And James, where am I from? I'm in South Australia, so a lovely part of the world. Okay, let's get moving on with the card spread. With the stork, as you can see, being the overarching, it is about new things happening here. It's about change because they're preparing their nest. It is coming up for spring here in the southern hemisphere where we live, and there certainly is the indications with some jonquils and daffodils starting to spring through the ground and the buds on fruit trees. My nectarine tree has buds. The peach is a little bit slower because that's a later tree. There's things that are showing that spring is coming very clearly, or it is already here. Technically by the calendar, it's only a couple of weeks away. So what we have is the last piece going into the nest before the hen probably does sit and lay the egg. And from what I understand, I think it might be the stork that incubates, the male stork. I'm not too sure on that one. Someone else might be able to show me, let me know that type of thing. And g'day to you. Oh, Tinkering with Tech Show is watching. G'day, Michael. Lovely to see you here. So with that, what we are in is the final stages of preparation for that is getting ready for what is next in our progress of whatever our purpose is. What do you have as your intention? Set them now and place that final piece in that bit of a puzzle of your nest to shine out what your intention to get ready, set and go for that's going to be your future, what is coming next, because we do all of this in anticipation that we're going to have a hatchling. Okay, as we go over to the tower that's here, good morning to Fiona as well. Good morning, girlie, and all around. It's chilly there where you are. Yes, it is a little chilly, isn't it? We still have this, the remainder of spring, the winter, still holding on a bit. I noticed that yesterday. We did have the air conditioner going to heat. it was a bit cool. But anyway, we're moving through. We're moving through, and what we've got with the home space too is we're building on. So it's a further step We are creating that is our stable foundation that's going to create our own little home empire, if you like. It's building that's on firm foundations. So really placing that last stick in the nest is like that construction of a good solid foundation on rock, on whatever is feeling like it's going to be a suitable space and place. The home is and should be that safe, secure space and place for building whatever we intend for our family, to give them a good stable place in society, a good, being responsible adults, continuing that line of being in society as we would like, and that for everybody is so different. We all have, depending on our culture, our upbringing and everything, what we have as our ideas of what's ideal to be in the home space. Trust what you have within you. Be open and willing to learn in new ways and what might be optimal ways to bring up our children and that type of thing, because it is going to be different as the generations roll through. And here we've got, thank you, Fiona, for the numbers. I didn't have time to run through those in my head this morning yet, so thank you. We've got an overall number 1. And good morning, Anne. Lovely to have you here this morning as well. So now we'll move over to the workspace, because we've got that nice firm foundation happening as far as that feeling of stability and sometimes a bit predictable, but at least it's building up on what we have as that cycle of life in continuing forward to be a bit more of that legacy for what's next in generations, I suppose. I'm thinking of that because I am starting to write stories that are like memoirs to be able to pass forward to my children, grandchildren and that. So I do have that sort of intention in my mind, but what is yours as an equivalent of how you're building your tower? Tower of Power is what came up, but it's not what you do with your home space. You're building it with mutual trust and love in your home space. And good morning, Louise. Lovely to have you. Whoops, I just did the wrong thing then. Oops. I'm hitting the wrong button. Sorry, lovely to have you popping in, Louise. You're back in New Zealand or still in Japan? I love watching your travels. It's beautiful. And here in the workspace, we have the card that does represent travel, the ship. It's the longer stays away from home. So this could be a very long business trip or something like that. All the possibilities that we have here with this boat, this ship that's being depicted, it's in the air, it's not even in the sea. So you could be flying somewhere that's going to take you away for, more than just an overnight stay. So maybe you are you're either on a trip that is for work, or you are planning to take a trip for work. And good morning, Tina. Lovely to see you here as well. And oh, Fiona, you've got some. Oh, I've just seen yours. Look at all those lovely hearts. Do they show up on the screen? They do. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, lovely. And Louise, you're still in Japan. Wonderful. And leaving soon. Yeah, so I'll bet you when's the cherry blossom season over there? Is that coming up or been? I know you share that when you are there, so it's lovely. So yes, with what we have with our ship in that workspace, it is all of the possibilities that we've got in what direction it takes us, because this isn't limited to just being on water. Certainly it may have that level of, having to rely on the wind might be part of it, but it could also have that type of motor that can get you anywhere, like the steamships when they first started being designed way back in the industrial age. Not that I was alive then. I might look like I might have been, but no. So we've got, it's looking at the different possibilities and ways that we can maneuver around to travel, to do what we need to do. So there's a lot of maneuverability in this ship. So when the winds are at their optimal, you're going to take advantage of that and map your course accordingly. There's just so much possibility here that you're needing to really take note and have an open awareness around what other things are happening around you for that variable of what the wind is doing. So yeah, of course, it's Northern Hemisphere, isn't it, for the spring? So anyway, I do get confused sometimes with our global aspects. So thank you for that. Interesting. So that there is our spread for the day today. So we really have new starts happening with the change that's going to be here with the stork just shifting up, finishing off, and it's ready for that change, especially with in our workspace, the ship being able to be so ultra maneuverable, but it's going to be a bit longer term as far as that result. What we might be intending here, even in our home space, the intention is for a slightly longer planning around what we are doing. So get ready for the holidays probably, and you never know whether the ship will switch around for the next day, but we certainly are looking at something that's going to be a bit longer term in the planning. It might not be a holiday, but business trip, business opportunity, that type of thing in your workspace for work. If it's going to be pretty good. Okay, so feel that energy. And yeah, so 100% ready, Tina. That's good. It really is about having and Sandra sharing here, development, potential and progress, definitely. So be ready for the change. Have your senses picking up what spirit may be showing you, particularly as to what that change and shift is going to be for what's next. Because we're always moving forward. Even if it seems like things are going backward, it's still moving forward, okay? And the way that we measure time as such, that's a human thing. But anyway, let's progress. Let's progress, as Sandra has put there as well. I'm just going to check that I haven't missed anyone else's comments as we've gone along. No, I haven't, so that's great. Thank you, everyone, for being here whilst I share with you what is the Lenormand cards. For me, I love doing this, intending to get back closer to the 8 a.m, so the half at what it used to be, because the days are starting earlier again with the sunshine, the usual balance of moving into spring, and then summer we've got the longer days. And I can be up earlier because the body clock lets me be up earlier. And thank you, Louise. Great to hear you when I do catch your lives as well. I love what you do on YouTube. I do catch them mostly on YouTube. And thank you to Fiona as well. Happy Monday, Ros Girly, and for your numbers as well. And the sun around the world, and the others around the world. Have a good evening or day to everyone. And Tina, thank you, lovely soul. Each and every one of you. Just keep being the best that you can be. And I'll see you tomorrow morning, hopefully a bit closer to the 8 a.m. Australian Central Standard Time, until we switch into daylight savings, of course. And then that's a whole other kettle of fish, isn't it? Keep being the best you. Namaste.